Have you ever wanted to have crazy aim like this or God movement like this? Well, you can have this right now with these pro settings. Alright, so we're going to break this down into multiple categories from video, audio, game, crosshair, hotkeys. So you can use the timestamps below to skip to whichever part you want to see. Starting off with video, I have optimized lighting on, which disables shadows so you can have better FPS. Also, the optimized textures. Starting off with video, we are performance, optimized lighting, optimized textures, optimized wraps. We want to turn all those on to boost our FPS as much as possible and to give us the smoothest game. For the camera section, we want our sensitivity at 40, our while aiming at 60, our while scoped at 50, horizontal 100, vertical 100, inverted X, we don't want that. So inverted means like if you move your mouse to the left, you don't want it to go to the right instead. Like we don't want that. I like to keep my FOV around 100. I have it at 103 right now. I wouldn't recommend going max because it makes it hard to aim, or too little so you can't see anyone. You want to be right in the around 100 range. I prefer 103 because it suits me the best. Alright, and you want gameplay effects off because when you sprint, it might turn your FOV up a little, so it's harder to aim when you are sprinting or like slide jumping or anything. You also want non-scoped weapons at 100, scoped weapons at 100, and you want camera shake off so you can have smoother aim. For the interface section, you don't want hide UHD because you want to see your guns and how much ammo is left in the guns. And you also want to hide your tasks because it might take up some of your screen when you're aiming at people, and we don't like that because we want to see our people. And padded UHD, no flipping clue what that means, so I guess I'm just having it as usage controller. And lobby data, it honestly doesn't matter. It can be win streak, level, current elo, whatever you want to see. For the graphics, honestly, you can just do weapons inking on, and you can do hide muzzle flashes on because the muzzle flash might make it hard to see people when they're using sniper because it can glare on your screen too much. And for the weapons background, this honestly doesn't really matter. You can do whatever. For accessibility, I just have damage flashing enabled and dark blinds, and basically what dark blinds do is when someone throws a flashbang up and you get flashbanged, if you don't want your screen to like flashbang you in real life, you can turn that on because yeah, you don't want to be cooked at 2 a.m. in the morning. For our audio, this doesn't really matter. I guess if you can copy mine if you want, but like all of this is like, okay, I just keep my master mode at 50. You don't want to blast your ears off and go like 200 or anything, so I'll just keep it at like a normal 50%. For the gameplay, you want damage numbers on so you can see what you hit your enemies for, obviously. And you want signals on so you can tell your teammates where you want to flashbang, go, or where an enemy is. And you don't want the teammate display on so it doesn't like mess up your aiming or anything, or when you're looking at someone. You want aiming animation off because it makes it like really easy. Like it just zooms in your screen instead of like actually like putting you in the scope, so you can actually see more of your screen. It's better than using the aiming animation. Then smooth projectiles doesn't really matter at all. I mean, like, who really cares if the projectile looks different or not? It's fine. For the interface, it doesn't really matter. You can use grid, you can use list. This is like when you pick your weapon, you can use a list or a grid. Gameplay UHD, I use legacy because it's like more nostalgic and I like it that way. For controls, you can have toggle aim off or on. Basically what that does is when you're aiming in, it will like, you just have to click the button once and then you stay aimed in. But I have it off, so I have to hold down the button when I'm shooting, but I like it more that way. Same with toggle crouch. You don't want to just stay crouched. You want to be able to do that yourself, so you basically want that off. Toggle sprint doesn't really matter. Auto sprint, I have that on, so I don't have to manually click the sprint button myself. I have easy slide off and easy quick attack off too. And quick attack keeping, I have that on. My keep window is 0.25. My scroll equip is on. And handicaps only matters on mobile. Obviously, you want the reaction time as low as possible, and you want the pull strength as much as possible so you can be cracked on mobile. Accessibility, this is for like controller players. Joystick dead zone, basically, so you can like look straight up and like how that works and everything. And I don't even know what control scheme means, but I just have it on automatic, so yeah. All right, and for the crosshair, you never want to have your crosshair disabled because you actually want to know what you're looking at right now, so yeah. And my crosshair is this little green thing right here, and I have the scale 140, rotation 0. You never want rotation on at all because like when you're sliding it like turns it around, and that's not good. You want your static on. For my crosshair, you want your static on. Show while aiming, yeah, that's really good. And show while inspecting, I should have that on. Override specials, yeah, that's really good, so you can actually see what you're doing when you're using like the shotgun or the shorty. And you want bars enabled, so you can have bars. I have the color white, the spacing 0, length 2, thickness 0, transparency 0. I have the shape round, top enabled, bottom enabled, right enabled, and left enabled. I have the dot enabled. The dot is black. The dot thickness is 2, transparency 0. The shape is round, and the circle is not enabled. The outline's enabled. The color is green. The thickness is 1. The transparency is 0. The type is round. The hit marker is enabled. That's really good. You want to know when you hit people on like a visual, so you don't always have to look at the numbers. You never want the rotation on. Never turn any rotation on with your crosshair. Transparency is 0, color is white, critical transparency is 0, and critical color is red. My scoped bars are enabled, the dot is enabled, the color is red. For my hotkeys, my attack button to shoot people is obviously just the left click. My scope is right click, my reload is R, my inspect animation is V. My quick melee is F. My quick utility is C. I use WASD. My jump is obviously space. Like, I don't know what y'all else would use. My sprint is left shift. My crouch is left control. And my slide is left shift. My primary is 1, secondary 2, equip melee 3. And equip utility is 4. Just some standard buttons. And these are controllers. My emote button is T. My camera is B. My signal button, the middle mouse button is actually really good for that because you don't really want to be using your fingers to click anything else, so you don't have to stop moving. So yes, the signal button is really good for the middle of the mouse. The open scoreboard is honestly up to you. I have it as tab. And switch weapons is M. Leave duel is M. Stop spectating M. Yeah, none of this really matters. And then hide UHD. I don't have a button for that. And that's it for my settings. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Maybe you guys boosted up rank. If so, that would be great. And drop a comment if you think I should change anything. And like and subscribe, guys. See you in the next one.